Hello, welcome to this special World Cup edition of Insights with Boluwati Tony Shola. Match day 2 fixtures have been concluded and 3 teams have advanced to the knockout rounds of the World Cup, and unfortunately the host Qatar are the only teams that have been eliminated. Yesterday we saw games from Group G and Group H where the African teams lit up the competition. The two teams, Cameroon and Ghana, scoring 6 goals yesterday. But let's start from Group G, where Cameroon played a 3-0 draw with Serbia. That was a game of two halves. It was a beautiful game. Cameroon got the early goal in the game and it felt like the African giants were riding on their luck. They were riding on their beautiful performance, and boom, in added time before first half ended, Serbia got 2 goals thanks to poor defending by the Cameroons, and they fought back in the second half, but in their attempt to fight back, they conceded the 3rd goal, and we thought, well, this was definitely game over for the Africans. But superstar, the highest scorer at the last Africa Cup of Nations, Vincent Abubakar, came on and he was the hero for them. He scored an equalizer, one of the goals of the tournament so far, and also set up a goal for Eric Choupo-Moting, who scored the leveler. And from then on, the game was about attack from both sides. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any other goal, but that was all we needed for a beautiful, superb, brilliant game of football. And for the other game in the group, saw Brazil defeat Switzerland by a lone goal. That was also another game to look out for. Beautiful press by Brazil, and Switzerland showed why they are one of the best defensive side in the qualifiers in Europe. Remember, they topped the group that had its European champions, Italy. They showed their stuff yesterday. Unfortunately, the little edge, the brilliance of Brazil stood out for them with a beautiful, lovely goal from Casemiro, who scored from a half volley. Vinicius thought he had given the Seleção the lead, but unfortunately, Richarlison was offside leading to the goal. But Casemiro's goal was the only thing they needed to win that game. In Group H, we also saw Ghana, the Black Stars of Ghana, Nigeria's conquerors, to get to the FIFA World Cup in Qatar, defeating their opposition 3 goals to 2. That was a lovely game against South Korea. Ghana scored 2 goals, and we thought, well, jolly right for the West Africans. But Serbia pushed out, they got back 2 goals from Song. But in their push to get the winner, Ghana pegged back, got another one. That was also a lovely, beautiful game there. And there were good goals in that match. And Kudus. Well, when I first heard Kudus, I thought it was a Nigerian player. I said, wow, this is a super good start. Fortunately for Nigeria, he plays for Ghana and he got the winning goal for the Black Stars. Now they have a chance to progress to the knockout stages of the competition. And today is when the D-Day happens for many of all these teams. And we'll be starting from Group A games, match day 3 fixtures, where we have Qatar, also already out of the tournament, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. These 3 teams can still progress to the knockout phase. Netherlands are almost certain, except something extraordinary happens. Maybe they lose by 2 goals and the other game ends in a draw. They're taking on Qatar, and it's almost impossible to say anything but a win for the Dutch side here. But the game to look out for in this group has to be Senegal against Ecuador. Ecuador, for me, are one of the best performed teams so far in this competition, with Enner Valencia scoring all their 3 goals so far in this tournament. And Senegal, yes, against Netherlands, they started well. Unfortunately, they couldn't end well. But against Qatar, they started well and ended well, scoring the needed goals for them in that game. This time around, they'll be taking on Ecuador. It will be tough. A draw may still take them through, like I said, if Qatar can defeat Netherlands maybe by 2 goals, which is almost impossible. But Ecuador, a draw will be good enough to take them through. Well, a part of me wants Senegal in the knockout phase, but what I've seen so far, first thing, is difficult to make predictions in this World Cup now. But again, based on what we've seen so far, based on performances, I think I would want to tilt a little bit towards the Ecuadorians to win this game. So I think for Group A, I'll pick Netherlands and Ecuador to progress to the next round. In Group B, we have Wales, England, USA, and Iran. The interesting thing is all 4 teams can still qualify, even though based on goals differences, kind of difficult for a team like Iran, who considered 6 in their first game. Now they are on -4, about -2, because they won their game against Wales 2-0. And that loss for Wales kept them in trouble. It means if they want to have any chance of progressing to the next round, they must, it's a must, they must beat their rivals, England, and hope USA and Iran ends in a draw. And that, anything can happen. But on paper, England have not been convincing all year. In their UEFA Nations League, they got relegated. Opening game years, they were superb against Iran, but that was it. Against their second game against the United States, they could have even lost that game. They were not convincing, they were not brilliant. It was difficult for them to string passes together. They couldn't score goals. And again, Hurricanes drought still continues, but you still want to, in a rivalry game like this, in a derby match like they'll tell you, form doesn't really matter. You will still want to tip England to win this game. At worst, maybe a draw. And the US-Iran game, that's difficult to call. The ball is in Iran's court. Just try as much as you can to win, or at the worst, get a draw. You may progress to the next round. So for Group B, I think I'll pick England and let's say it's hard to say, maybe Iran to qualify. So again, Group A, I think I'll give the qualification in Group A to Netherlands and Ecuador to qualify, and in Group B, I'll give it to England and this is difficult to say between Iran and US. I think I'll give it to Iran to join the Three Lions of England in the knockout phase. So that's our show for today. Thank you very much for tuning in to today's episode of Insight with Bolu Atitonushola. Don't forget the World Cup special. Till we come away again tomorrow, please like, share, and subscribe. Subscription is absolutely free. Have a beautiful sporting morning.